Hello and a very good afternoon. Welcome to Crafters TV. Good morning. If you just joined us for the first time, hopefully you're having a brilliant weekend and your Saturday is going swimmingly well. Thank you for joining us here on Crafters TV. My name's Ben Mosby. If you are watching for the first time, by the way, you have joined on a brilliant weekend because it is our double points weekend where basically you get double points for everything that you shop. So normally, if you're part of our Club Inspire, you get 1 point per pound that you spend. This weekend, it's double points, not just across the shows, but right across the website as well, up until the end of play tomorrow. If you are brand new and you have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to Club Inspire, fear not, all will be revealed and explained as we head through the show. This is the Craft House, where it's brilliant for the fact that not only do I have a brilliant crafty guest the other side of the studio, but we have a guest joining us virtually as well. But let's first of all say hello to the lovely guest who's been with me the last couple of days, the lovely Debbie Fisher. How are you?
Hello, Ben. Hello, you. I'm really well. I can't believe how quick the day's flying. How is it 4 o'clock? It was literally, Ben just went, is it really 4 o'clock? It was like, it is 4 o'clock. Where does the day go? It's just all the fun we have here.
I know, absolutely. And I tell you what, when you're talking about fun, this is, and I'll stand by it, I've said it before, I'll say it again, one of my favourite shows of the week. It's the first one that I've done this year, the Craft House, because as I say, we get all the inspiration and demonstrations, in this case, with the lovely Debbie. But we then also let you guys join us for out there in TV land, and we come to you, you come to us. It's brilliant. And on this Craft House, we head off to, well, my neck of the woods, I suppose, really, Leighton Buzzard, and we say a very good afternoon to Maxine. How are you, Maxine?
Hi, Ben.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm really good, and I feel like I kind of know you already because we were chatting earlier on the socials there when I got a bit excited with Tansy Pansy saying it was snowing in Tring, and obviously Leighton Buzzard and Tring not too far away from each other. Have we got any snow there currently in Leighton Buzzard?
No, rain.
Oh. All right, so I've got that to come home
Sorry
to
about that.
later on. Are you excited about Craft House and joining us for the next couple of hours?
I am. It's lovely to be here.
Well, listen, we're going to come back to you throughout the course of the show because I know you've got lots to tell us. We want to find out about how you got into craft, also what you've been doing, and I know you're going to be crafting along with us as well. So, Maxine, we shall come back to you very shortly indeed and get the full SP on all of that. But listen, let's get started and show you what we've got on the show and what we're going to be enjoying crafting along with the Sharon Callis Butterflies and Blooms collection. This is a collection actually which I launched, well not just me, but I was part of the launch, I want to say October, November time last year, and it proved so super popular. If you love your intricate detailed dies, if you love your butterflies, and also, right, this set is worth its weight in gold for the fact that you have got some Quilling Dies in here, designed by the lovely Sharon Callis. This is a set that you want to go for. It is so stunning with all of these gorgeous butterflies, with all of the gorgeous intricacy. You've got two sentiment dies as well. And again, as I say, these amazing quilling dies, which makes quilling so simple. You've got to go for this collection today. This is the full collection, which will break down into smaller bundles for you later on. But if you want to go for it straight off the bat, the deal today is you're saving $18.92 or $20.60, so £57 or $79, double points. Take 20% off that if you're platinum. It really is a super bundle. I know, Debbie, you're a huge fan of this collection as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a massive fan. And one of the reasons is Sharon Callis is such an amazing designer. I've worked with Sharon before, and she really is an incredible lady who does these beautiful designs. I love the fact that we've got butterflies and we've got the frames. It's the first time I've been working with her frames, and I have to tell you, they are just amazing. The different sizes that you get, the intricate layers that you get, we're just going to show you so many different ways in the next couple of hours of how we can use them. They're amazing.
A few quick hellos before we see a demo with Debbie. Angela's in from Canada, Lil J Craft from North Yorkshire, Diane from Tennessee, Gemma from Northwest England, Shirianne from sunny Florida, and Sarah in Australia says, hello everyone, back for more fun with Debbie and Ben. Hi Sarah. Lynn says, hello again Ben, Debbie, the CTV team and everyone. Hi Lynn. And we've got June who says, good morning Debbie and Ben. Hello June. Hello Dale who says, hi again Ben and Debbie. And Mary says, love the Sharon Sharon Callis collection. Listen, if you're wanting to get social with us and you're thinking, well, how's everyone getting all these mentions? Well, what you do is you watch the stream, obviously, on the Crafters TV Facebook page. If you're watching it either on my page or Debbie's page, the comments aren't monitored there. But so go to the Crafters TV stream and you can leave your comments there, or also on YouTube. Anything that you want to comment about this particular collection, if you've already got it and you love it, tell everyone else why you love it. What are your favourite elements from this collection, and get the conversation started so that if people are thinking about getting it, you can tell them why it's so great. Also, if you're brand new, do feel free to stick up your hand and say, hello, I've only been watching you for a couple of days or a couple of weeks. This is me, this is what I'm interested in, and we'll give you a mention on the show. And also, if you've got any questions, you know, if you've been crafting for years and you've got a question, maybe a question specific to this particular collection, let us know. Or if you are brand new, honestly, I mean this hand on heart, if you're brand new and you're thinking, oh, I've got a question, but I'm too embarrassed to ask because it's probably really simple, ask it, because we've got newbies watching all the time, and that's what we're here for. We're here for you to ask those questions. So there's no silly questions here. There really are no silly questions. And actually what you'll find is, if we don't get round to answering it and you put it in the comments, someone from our lovely crafty family will give you the answer anyway. So there's lots of different ways to get those questions answered. And also you can email us, of course, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Any pictures you want to send us, particularly if you've been crafting with this collection, maybe you bought it on launch and you've loved it and you've been getting going with it. We've got the beautiful frames on the show as well, which we'll show you later on. So anything Sharon Callis wise that you've been crafting with, get those pictures in and we'll show them throughout the show. Right, let's get over to Debbie and see these in action, just to give you a bit of a flavour as to what you can be creating with this collection. You've got one of the butterflies there. Is that Mariposa or Vanessa?
Mariposa, yeah, it's my absolute favourite butterfly. I use it on everything at the moment. Do you know when you get a bit obsessed, Ben? I've become a bit obsessed with this die because there's so many things you can do with just this one die, and it's just one of the dies out of the collection. But this one die comes with 3 different dies. So if we look down onto my mat, you can see we've got this big matte and layer die. So I'm going to cut this out. We've then got a butterfly die, a beautiful butterfly die to cut. And then we've got this gorgeous, sort of intricate, sort of vine, flower vine coming down from the butterfly, which is amazing. And I'm going to cut it onto some black cardstock. So I actually went on the hunt for some cardstock yesterday, and I was watching Craig on his Hunky Dory show, and I come across the adorable scoreable, and I heard Craig say,
I was on that show as well.
You was on that show, yes, but you wasn't doing any of the crafting, Ben, so you're not getting any of the recognition. So as I was saying, until Ben rudely interrupted, Craig was saying that Hunky Dory, this adorable scoreable, die cuts beautifully. So I thought I'm going to give it a go. So I've used some of this on here, just in case you wanted to know what cardstock I use. You'll be able to go back and see that. So, but look how beautiful these are cut out. So I'm going to have these, and then just before I do anything else, that main matte die, I'm just going to cut out of the pink as well. So just cutting that, and you'll see why I'm cutting an extra one out. So sometimes it's just nice to do a little bit of an extra level up in your crafting. So we're not doing a full demo here. Just like Ben said, I wanted to give you a flavour for it because it's a really nice collection. We're going to be showing the frames, the butterflies, how they all work together, how we can make card bases from the actual dies themselves. So lots of things we're going to be doing. So let's bring in this pink one, and you can see how beautifully well these have all cut. So look at this. That is so pretty. I mean, it is a wow, isn't it? It's a total wow. This one here, I'm going to use as a sort of shadow effect. So what I am going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut into it at the top. So that's my 2 pieces. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to layer this one here on top of our pink. Now, pink, black and white is just one of my favourite combinations at the moment. It looks striking, it's very pretty. And it's just one of those ones that can be used for all sorts of occasions. So I'm going to bring in my dotty tape pen and a scrap piece of card. In fact, I think I threw away my scrap piece of card because it got a bit sticky. So we will do another one. So we'll pop this in here. Why will my dots... I can't be... oh, it has. Can you believe that?
That's the third one today, isn't it?
Do you know what it is? It's because everyone's using them in the studio. So I'm down to the last one in the studio
do you want me to give Tracy a shout, just in
this
case?
is a full one.
Oh, we'll be all right then.
So we will be all right for the rest of the show.
Good day.
We'll be fine. It's weird. It's because they all go at once because everyone's using them at the same time. But they use all different ones instead of just using one. And then they all run out at once. So I'm going to take this part and we're going to place it on top of this pink one. So just mat and layer into all those shapes, and that will just come into place. And that is totally amazing.
Beautiful.
And then we've got our other butterfly die. So just going to take this one out. And I'm just going to be a bit more delicate with this one, because what this one has, I mean, how gorgeous is this butterfly? It has protruding wings, which means that we don't have to have them stuck down. So what I would say is, instead of applying the tape, I'm going to use my, oh, where's my little Gloria? I'm going to take my glue and hold those wings back. That way I know I'm not sticking them down.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go up on this piece, just with my small bottle of glue. And then we can get that precision that we need to stick that down without sticking the wings that can come up. There we go. And then we're going to layer that into place. Actually, oh yeah, no, I will layer because I put the glue on, but I was going to just do the backing part first, but that will be fine.
Yeah.
So popping that in, can see the glue has just gone where I need it to go, and you've got those wings coming out of there, which looks beautiful. So this is just another little trick, Ben, to do a shadowing effect. Now normally we would have the full mat and layer together. So if I pop that like that, and then we would shadow by maybe pulling this bit like that. So you'd get that shadow layer going around one edge.
Yeah.
But what I've done is split it in half, because what I do want to do is I do want to shadow. I'm going to do this, but by splitting it in half, we can get an even shadow around each side.
Okay.
So just popping that one in, and then I'm going to do the other one on the opposite side. And just place that over there, and it gives us that shadow on each side, but makes our die a lot bigger than what it really is.
Amazing.
And it just gives a really nice effect. I'm just going to take out that little bit there, and look at that, in one sweep you've just got that beautiful butterfly. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in, I've cut out one of the nesting dies, and we're just going to place that over the top. Look how beautiful that looks.
And again, what I always marvel at, and I never get bored of it, is that like all of that detail that you get from that one die set, it's just amazing. And then, you know, given the choice of colours that you want to use, how you can make that look so amazing. And particularly the die there that you saw, that you were able to, Debbie was able to manipulate the wings to make that stand off the front of the card as well. I just think it's fantastic. And that, don't forget, is just one of the elements that you're going to get within this collection. Seriously, butterflies, you know, butterflies and florals used all the time in craft, aren't they? So this is a collection which I really think you're going to absolutely love to use. So you obviously are going to get the Mariposa that you've just seen there. This set also comes with Vanessa, which is another beautiful butterfly that works in the same way that we've seen Debbie just use there, but you've seen all of the different layers that allow you to create what is just an absolutely beautiful butterfly. And again, even in the black and white there, it just looks stunning. And the fact, as you say, you can get the wings popping out as well is just brilliant. So you get your Vanessa and you also get your Mariposa within this selection. Then you're also going to get this set, which is your Butterfly Love. You've got Butterfly Love and Butterfly Friendship. Again, I've got the Butterfly Love to show you, but the Butterfly Friendship is similar for the fact that it is a stamp and die collection. So you've got all of these beautiful dies to be able to die cut all of these wonderful butterflies, to be able to have these as centerpieces for your cards, embellishments, the fact that you can kind of you know, decoupage these up should you want to be able to do it too. And these are all of these stamps that go with it as well. So it's absolutely gorgeous. And when you think of all of the sentiments that you've got as well, spread your wings, you give me butterflies, and again, you've got a stamp and a die for each one of those elements within that collection. That's Butterfly Love. You also get with this Butterfly Friendship, and then within this collection, we come on to, I think possibly my favourite dies within it, the Quilling Dies. Sharon Callis is a lady who came up with this concept, and I think I saw this for the first time, I lose track of time, but maybe a couple of years ago, something like that. But if you're someone who's ever wanted to get into quilling and you found the whole process of it quite laborious and the whole process of it very, very difficult and you've given up, That's where these dies come into effect, and no doubt we'll be seeing these a little bit later on. But you've also got, with this collection, your Peony and your Rose dies. This is your climbing rose, and basically you've got this die which allows you to be able to cut your strip, to be able to quill your cardstock to make it look like a beautiful flower in next to no time. And you can see how the dies offset, so you don't even have to position the die in a particular way to be able to create the effect. It's so brilliant, and as I say, hopefully we'll see that over the course of the show. You've got all of the different pieces of foliage to go with it too, to create beautiful, realistic flowers to really complement this particular collection. So you've got your climbing rose and you've got that peony as well. And then you've got two die sentiments with this collection too. So the one you're going to get is Sending Love, and then this one here, which is Thinking of You. I love the script on this, love the font. It really, really kind of maximizes and kind of works with this collection. And I also love the fact that you've got the base die there too, to be able to pop that onto and make it really stand out. Again, in black and white, it works absolutely brilliantly too. £57 or $79 is the deal on this. That's the best way to go if you want everything, because of course the best value for money is to go for the full bundle. But if you want to break it down, we can do it for you. If you want to get quilling in next to no time, then this is the set to go for. The two quilling dies on their own. So you get the peony and you get that climbing rose too. Honestly, when you see how these work, your mind will be blown. If you've tried quilling before and you've just got completely stuck, this die just makes it absolutely easy peasy for you. $14.50 or $17.50 is the deal on that, saving 10%. Double points on all of these as well, don't forget, which I certainly haven't seen this before. These haven't been on double points as far as I know, so a good weekend to invest. Now, if you just want to go for the stamp and die collection on its own, then you've got the ability to do that too. This is Butterfly Friendship and also the Butterfly Dreams. So the set that I showed you just a few moments ago, you get all of those gorgeous butterflies, and then you get all of those beautiful sentiments to go with them. Stamps and dies for each of the sets that you've got, and that comes to £23 or $30.50. Less your 20%, that comes down even more for you. And then we've got the die collection. So the die collection brings you the Mariposa, which we saw with Debbie just a few moments ago, the absolutely gorgeous butterfly. You've then got Vanessa, again, another striking butterfly die, which is just going to look gorgeous. And then you've got those two dies, so Thinking of You, which I showed you, and Sending Love is included as well. £30 or $41. But when you see the individual prices on these and you tot it all up, you're thinking to yourself, well, hang on a minute, £57 or $79 is an absolute steal. So if budget allows, go for that one today, because you get everything that I've just shown you as well. And you also get, looks like, you get that low tack tape as well, do you? I think you do. £57 or £57 or $79. We'll double check on the low tack. I didn't see that, I've got to be honest with you. So we'll double check. It's not on our list, so don't get too excited. But we will double check on that one. But I'm pretty sure that doesn't come with it. But anyway, whichever way you look at it, that is a gorgeous collection. £57 or $79. A few quick comments from you guys coming in already. June says, good morning, Debbie and Ben. Dale's in. Crafty AJ says, Sharon produces some amazing crafty things. Can't wait to see what's coming. Kay says, I'm so excited to watch this show. Great products to be demonstrated. Aisha on Facebook saying, love this collection. Just made 2 cards with them. Send in the pictures, please, Aisha. We want to see those if we can to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Gwen saying, beautiful, beautiful butterfly, says Cindy. And Terry says, this set always makes a stunning card. I use it often. Just before we go on to have a look at the frames, by the way, in case a few of you are wondering about Sharon Callis, Sharon's a crafter who I met, I want to say a couple of 3 years ago, but recently she's joined the team here, hasn't she, Debbie, at Crafters Companion?
Yeah, absolutely. So she's now one of our in-store designers.
Yeah.
Or in-house designers, not in-store, in-house designers. Yeah, so she's joined us. But a few years ago, so I have quite a nice story with Sharon. So
yeah.
When I first started with Crafters Companion, I had an email from Sharon Callis, who was the manager of the design team. And she emailed me she'd looked at my blogs and what I'd been posting on Facebook and emailed me and asked if I'd like to be part of the Crafters Companion team. Wow. So if it wasn't for Sharon, I wouldn't be here today.
I love that story.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
just amazing, isn't it? It's fascinating to see how all of that, our crafters' stories kind of sort of interlink and how they came to be here. So that's fantastic. And as you can see, Sharon develops and designs some absolutely amazing projects and products for us. Sharon did actually appear on a craft house, I want to say maybe about 4 weeks, six weeks ago, something like that. If you go back and have a look at the previous craft houses, you will see Sharon appearing because she's a lovely, lovely lady. Right, this is the Vintage Lane Framescape Lace Collection. This was the most recent launch actually from Sharon Callis. I want to say again, just before Christmas this came out, and it is absolutely gorgeous. If you're wanting ways to be able to make these gorgeous frames and your mats and layers, this is a perfect collection to do it. You're going to get 4 different designs. This one here is your Venetian lace frame. And what I love about these, not only do you get so much beautiful intricacy, so many different ways to be able to use them, but Sharon was telling us that within each of these frames, she's hidden away a tiny little creature. Now, what I will tell you on the Venetian frame here at the top, if you look very closely, you will see a little bumblebee. But then on the other 3 frames that I'm going to show you now, there are 3 other creatures that you have to keep your eye out for. I am not going to tell you what those creatures are. You'll have to see if you can find them for yourselves when you get these frames home. So you've got your ribbon lace frame. Again, you can just sort of tell straight away that these are Sharon Callis, like the intricacy, the detailing of the frames themselves, that lacy detailing. And again, you get so many different sizes here to be able to create all of those layers and to be able to absolutely create some beautiful frames. Look at this one. This is the Irish lace frame. We have got as well, by the way, on the show, if you look ahead onto the web, some beautiful MDF boards as well, art boards, which are going to allow you to use these frames with the art boards to, if you just simply wanted to use the frames to kind of print out some of your family pictures, for example, they would look absolutely gorgeous. That is the Irish lace frame. And then take a look at that. Look at this, which is the last one, the Torquen lace frame. Absolutely stunning. There's 20 dies in total within this collection, £41 or $60, and double points on this, of course. Don't forget as well, I know Debbie's just quickly got a couple of cards to show us over there. As I say, these have launched last couple of months or so. These are fairly new, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, really new. And what I love about them is the size. So being able to create really quite large sizes in your die cuts look amazing. I mean, look how pretty this card looks. I mean, having that aperture through your card, having to create all those different pieces that you could do, or why not make your whole card out of those dies? I mean, look how beautiful this one looks, making it into an easel card. It's absolutely stunning. But if you want to make cards out of them, and we're going to be showing how to make an easel card in a slightly different way to this one, but look how gorgeous this is. Use with all your toppers from your paper pads, everything you've got at home. They really are just amazing. And even then for children, look at this. How clever is this card, making a shaker card but into a child's birthday card? Really lovely.
That again for me, it just almost like sells it, because you look at this and there's no way I'd have looked at that and gone, kids cards. But they're so versatile, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you're going to absolutely love them at home, and they cut beautifully, and you'll see that as we go through the show.
The full collection for £41 or $60. If you love that, get it in your basket. There's never been a better time to get it, really, because you're saving $10.95 or $15.96, and then you're getting double points on this deal as well, only through until the end of the weekend. So get your deals whilst you can. It is Craft House, so of course, not just the one guest, oh no, but 2, and delighted to say that Maxine is with us in Leighton Buzzard. Good afternoon once again, Maxine. So lovely to have you with us, and I've been looking on my little screen now, I've seen you crafting away in the background. Before we sort of chat about your crafty makes, let's just chat about your love of craft and how it all started. Have you always been into crafting, or did you find it was something that you picked up in later life?
I've been into crafting for about 20 years. I started when my son was ill because he's got Crohn's disease.
Okay.
And so it gave me something to focus on other than the Crohn's.
Yeah. A lot of people actually say that, don't they? I think particularly during the time that we're in now, a lot of people find that crafting can be something which can be quite therapeutic, can be quite good for mindfulness. So do you find that, you know, sometimes you go into crafting because it's just kind of a great way to kind of clear your head and sort of settle things down?
Oh, definitely, yes. I think, especially with the lockdowns and everything, even though I'm working full time, still, as being a key worker, I still find that crafting is my release. I'm able to sort of come home and just craft and forget everything else that's happening in the world.
Absolutely. What is your craft of choice? What do you enjoy doing the most in the world of craft?
Paper crafts mainly. I like card making. I've done quite a few wedding invitations, party invitations, a lot of that over the years.
Yeah.
I've also done scrapbooking, which I love, but that was mainly when my son was younger, because I like to scrapbook all of his milestones and how he was dealing with the Crohn's as he was growing up.
Yeah.
But now it's mainly card making. But I would like, after seeing the Pro, I would, I'm thinking maybe scrapbooking again.
Well, yeah, I mean, that you'll be seeing again very, very soon. Watch this space. We shall say no more for now. I want to see just some of your samples in just a second, but how did you come about sort of watching us here on Crafters TV and finding us at Crafters Companion?
Well, I've always watched the other craft channels, and then when Sarah went on to Crafters TV and announced that, I started watching, and I just find it's great because I can watch it all the time, and if I've missed it because of being at work, I can come back and watch it in the evening. And
Brilliant.
then through the summer last year, a lot of the presenters like Lovely Debbie started doing Facebook Lives, and it was great because I could just follow along with that. I could sit and craft, have them on, and it was just great watching.
I love that as well, the fact that you obviously know Debbie from Craftaganza, but I love the fact how when we have these craft houses, 9 times out of 10, the people like yourself who are on know our crafters because they've met them, and and I know we always talk about it, you know, it's a crafty family, it sounds a bit cheesy, but it really is, isn't it, particularly here at Crafters Companion. Is that another reason why you enjoy it, because you feel like you're part of the family?
I do. I think everybody feels part of the family because you go on to the Crafters TV, you can comment along, you just feel like you know all the presenters and they all interact with us, and it's just great. You know, you do feel like you know them all.
Maxine, honestly, I could chat to you all afternoon, and I'm being told that we're going to go back to Debbie and have a look at some more demos. But I tell you what, we'll come back to you in just a bit because I want to see what you've been making with this collection, and we'll also chat about why you love the Sharon Callis collection, and also we will chat about I suppose it's not really a little secret, but something that you do to kind of links you even more into the Crafters Companion family. So we'll leave that for now, and we'll come back and chat about all of that in just a second. So Maxine, thank you so much for now.
Okay.
We'll be back. Right, brilliant stuff. Love chatting to our crafters. It's so much fun. I'm so nosy, you see, that's the thing. I like to find out all of the gossip and all of the backstory. By the way, just before we go back to Debbie, Maxine has joined us today. If you are someone who's watching, you're thinking, I want to be on Craft House. I want to come and chat to the guys. You can email us, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Just put Craft House in the header and let us know that you want to be on, and we will get you on in the coming weeks. Love, Maxine. You met her at Craftaganza, didn't you?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't
thought it
Craftaganza.
was. No, I got confused. But so on my Facebook Lives, that's where I met Maxine over there. So I knew I recognised her and the name. So it's lovely to speak to her in person here.
Brilliant.
So, yeah, which is great. And Maxine's got some lovely makes to show us as well. But before she does, I am going to do one in person. We're going to do our circle frame. So it's the Bobbin Lace one. So yeah, they all come in different shapes. So it's the circle one. And I'm going to use it with our Vanessa die, because that works really, really well. So I've popped my bits on the pieces of cards that I want them to cut. So I've got my butterflies here and I've got all my pieces. I love how easy they are. You can fit all of these through the Gemini Junior. You will just need to cut each one of them separately. So I've just took some cardstock from one of our paper pads and then I took some craft card, and I'm just going to cut these 2 panels out. So just when you're, it'd be interesting actually to see how people start their creations and what they're going to do, Ben, because I'd love to hear what your first inspiration is when you create something. So let's say, for instance, you've got your mum's birthday coming up. Where's that inspiration come from? Because my thing is colours. The first thing I think about is colours. What colours do I want to send to that person? So I'd really love to know what your inspiration is. I then think about what I'm going to use with those colours. Drop my die down there.
That's really interesting, isn't it? That's like when you know, you have like someone who writes songs, for example. Is it the music that comes first, or is it the lyrics for that song that comes first? It's that kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And people craft differently. And then other times, I can't think of anything. I go a complete mind blank, and then I think, and then I have to then I look at YouTube, I look at Pinterest, I go onto Facebook, and I try and just get myself some inspiration and get inspired, and that usually works every time.
It's really interesting you say that as well, because and I don't know if you think this at home, but when I think about our crafters like Debbie and you know, Debbie and Craig, I never kind of think that you guys would have that moment when you go, oh, I can't think of anything, or you lose your crafty mojo. So it happens to you guys as well.
Of course it does. Yeah, of course it does. And I suppose it's not very often, because we get so many new things coming in all the time. It inspires us so much, but we absolutely get that mind blank where we just don't know what we're doing. Especially with new stuff, we get stuck like you do, and it's why when you watch shows like this, and there's times, Ben, I've gone back and re-watched like creator card shows just to remind myself what different concepts we can do with them, because we have so many buzzing around our heads sometimes. That can actually sometimes be a bit of a terrible thing.
What, too much going on?
Too much going through, and then you can't sort of just zoom in to one thing that you want to do. So, but with these sort of dies, my favourite sort of dies to use are nesting dies. They are my top of the list dies that I would recommend anybody to get, but also embellishment dies like this. And these Mariposa and the Vanessa dies, what they do is they totally inspire us, because all we have to think about is our colour combination. So if you're not really sure on your colours, turn to the colour wheel. We've had colour wheels on. Oh, my die has slipped. Look, and I've got half a butterfly.
Oh.
Luckily, though, we have another one. So yeah, I didn't tape any of my dies down. That's what it was, Ben. So I've got all my layers here, and I've also got my layers for my circle.
When you say go to the colour wheel, what were you saying there?
So if you type in colour wheel on Google anywhere, it will bring up a colour wheel.
Right.
And what a colour wheel is, Ben, and we have done a sub box, I think we did before, with all that in how the colour works with the colour wheel. And the colour wheel, basically, it gives you all your colours, like all your primary colours, and then it tells you what matches with what colours.
Oh, okay.
So you can go opposite colours, you can go to tri-colours, and it's just amazing. So if you're not really sure how you match your colours up, you just go to the colour wheel. Yeah, it's amazing. So what I've done here is so where we've cut this bit, I've just put a little bit of ink around there, and then I've put two together and just put a little tiny score line, and I've stuck them together to create an easel card.
Okay.
Now we could have put them both through and just use the die over the top. So if I just, here it is, just bring this die back in. If we bring this back in, if we was to cut it down there on our, up there on our card, the card then would actually fold in half. But I just thought it would be just as easy to pop these two together. So what I am going to do is then use that bottom layer that we've got in one of our pieces, and we're going to place that on the bottom layer. So just sticking it down. I've got that top bit, so I'm just going to pop that underneath, but we're going to use our glue dotty pen just to go around all these edges and stick that down. So I thought these papers would just be a little bit different. They're not normally the colours that I tend to go for.
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be nice to sort of think outside the box and do something different.
Okay.
So I'm going to pop this into there. You follow the line round and it will just settle exactly where the die should be. I'm just going to pop that in to there. So that gives us our base layer into our card. And then we've got our next piece that we're going to mat and layer onto the top. So we'll just bring in my Callus Tacky Glue.
Interesting, a few people commenting now about getting inspiration from other people's cards and you know, getting onto our website as well. Shannon just saying I get my inspiration from other people's cards and also Pinterest, Debbie, so there you go. There's lots out there, and as I say, the great thing about us here at Crafters Companion is there's plenty of shows that you can watch back. You know, if you are struggling and having one of those days. And then lots of love just basically for Sharon Callis coming in. Terry saying, I love that Sharon's designs are beautiful without being too over the top. I like things that aren't too fussy. And Aisha saying, I love that the artists do Facebook Lives. Yes, we do Facebook Lives here at Crafters Companion. Caught so many from Craig and played a game along with Ben. Those were so much fun. Yeah, as we say, not just inspiration here and fun and games here. You can join us on our Facebook pages. Mine will be more sort of fun and games as opposed to crafting at the minute. I've got another quiz coming up, by the way. My Christmas quiz that I did proved popular, so I'm doing a Valentine's quiz. If you want to join us Saturday the 13th of February for that. But if you want crafty inspiration, Debbie's page would be a good one to go for. At Debbie Fisher CC, is that it on Facebook?
No, Facebook is Debbie Fisher Crafters Companion.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, we're all Crafters Companion on Facebook. Instagram, it's CC. So our names and CC on Instagram, and our names and Crafters Companion on Facebook. So yeah, nice and easy. So what we've got here now, so I've got my main elements, so you can see, and we've made that beautiful easel card with this gorgeous cardstock on there. And then we're using our Vanessa. I was having to think then which one it was. I've got my butterfly, my matten layer. I've then got a white piece there. And then what I've also cut out, I've gone for my die, which is in the Sharon Callis collection, which is Sending Love.
Okay.
Oh, it's connected to one of my other bits over here. So here we go. So Sending Love, and that has a matten layer with it, which is good. So we're going to use our tape pen just to put our sticky dots on there.
Steve was just saying, got both collections and they're amazing. They're a lot bigger in the flesh than when they come on screen. Get ordering, you won't be disappointed.
Yeah, and do you know what? I can't stress that enough, Ben, because when I first got them, I was genuinely shocked how big they were. They're really large dies and there's so much you can do with them. Yeah, I absolutely love them. Oh, stick on my finger. So let's bring our base in. So we're going to matten layer this onto our base. Again, just follow that outside edge and the rest will just fall into its place.
Lovely.
And there we go. And then we've got our butterfly. So I've done that in the craft card to coordinate. And then I've used this, well actually it's a double-sided card that I've used it. So the back matches the actual dots on there. And then I'm just going to use my tacky glue to apply this butterfly. Someone
was asking earlier on, talking about glue, it was Desert Dweller actually, what glue do you have in your small bottle?
It's Tacky Glue.
It is Tacky Glue.
Tacky Glue is my favourite glue, Ben. Yeah, most people know that my choice of glue is Tacky Glue.
Why?
Well, the reason being Tacky Glue and not, yeah, it's very, very sharp there, Ben.
Sorry,
why?
I didn't mean to sound like
that.
Why so, Debbie?
It's because Tacky Glue you can use for everything.
Yeah.
So if I had to choose, it's one of those like, if you could choose a desert island thing, I would take Tacky Glue because it would just be handy for everything. So,
Probably not
and
on
I
a
say
desert
that.
island, though.
Sorry?
Probably not on a desert island.
No, but you know what they say when you want to go on a desert, when you go on a desert, watch the crafty item.
I'm being
you
annoying.
Take. I know you are.
Yeah.
So I'm just ignoring your annoyingness, Ben.
So sorry, you take it on if you were on a crafty desert island. You can only take one adhesive.
Absolutely, yeah. It would be the crafty glue. Yeah, the crafty glue.
The Tacky Glue.
The Tacky Glue, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so the Tacky Glue is water-based, which means it doesn't fear with any surface.
Right.
So you can put it on everything, your mirror card, your glitter card, your Centura Pearl, where your all-purpose glue, you can't do that with.
Right.
Because it's a solvent-based glue and it will take the shine off of it. So what I'm going to do is pop this down on here and we're going to sort of put this at a jaunty angle and we're just going to glue this to the top to finish off. And I've used that sentiment, that Sending Love, as my stopper. So popping that on there, and then if I turn my card around,
okay,
we will be able to see. There we go. And look how pretty that looks in those colours. Really
Absolutely.
beautiful, lovely design, and such a nice way to use your circle die cuts or your bobbin lace and your beautiful layers on there.
Absolutely stunning. It really is. It's such a beautiful collection. You get so much with it as well. And I love Stephen's comment too, you know, about the fact that if they look big on screen, wait till you get them home because they really are big in real life as well. As I said, if you have got this collection and you want to tell everybody else why you love it, what's your favourite die, your favourites, or the quilling dies are your favourite from this collection, let everybody know on Facebook and YouTube. Tell them why they should go for this collection today. And also, by the way, if you're a newbie, get in touch if you want to ask anything about this. I must just say, I know we've got a newbie who's saying hello for the first time. Alison Mortimer on Facebook says, hi all, this is my first time, good to join in. So there you go, Alison, thank you for joining us. Absolute pleasure to mention you. Any more people watching for the first time, say hello on Facebook and on YouTube. Let's show you the collection that we've got. I've got a few of the boards to show you from the collection, and then we'll touch on the other bits and pieces that you get as well. So you're going to get two absolutely gorgeous butterfly dies. So this is the Mariposa. Again, do you know what? We see a lot of butterflies in craft, don't we? But do we ever see butterflies quite as detailed and quite as gorgeous as the Mariposa? You're also going to get within this collection your Vanessa as well, who's absolutely gorgeous. You're then going to get your two quilling dies. Again, these are available for you. Hang on, let me get them the right way up. These are available for you individually should you wish to go for them. But you've got your climbing rose and you've also got your peony. So again, if quilling is something that you're interested in, if you've tried it before, honestly, get these because you've got the ability to create beautiful, realistic flowers in next to no time. It's just due to the incredible genius of this particular die. The engineering that you've got with this allows you to quill so simply indeed. So you've got your climbing rose and you've got your gorgeous peony in that collection too. Then we've got your die and stamp sets. So this one here is your butterfly love. So loads of dies, basically lots of different size butterflies. So again, if you want to be able to kind of just use these as embellishments, you can. If you want to be able to layer these up, you've got the ability to do that too. But what I love about these is that for each of the dies that you've got in this collection, you have got these beautiful stamps to go with it as well. And look at the detail that you've got in these butterflies. So, I mean, butterflies, I suppose by nature are beautifully detailed, but look here. All of the intricate detail within the stamp itself. And as you can see, you've got the dies to go with it, even the dies to be able to cut out those beautiful sentiments. The sentiments in here include, you make my heart flutter, spread your wings, and float like a butterfly. Absolutely beautiful. Also with butterfly love, you are going to get your butterfly friendship, and then you get two of your sentiment dies as well. So the first one is sending love, and your second one is this one here, which is thinking of you. That comes with the two dies. So you've got the actual sentiment die itself, and then of course you've got the other die to give you that background to be able to make the actual sentiment pop even more off the page. 57, oh, I didn't mean to do that. £57 or $79 is the deal. You're saving $18.92 or $20.60. And then you're getting 20% off that if you're a platinum member. And guess what? Double points. Yes, it's double bubble right up until the end of the weekend. So take advantage of that. And who knows, you know, buying this particular collection might move you from a silver member to a gold member. That's a film, isn't it? But listen, again, if you don't know what I'm talking about as far as Club Inspire is concerned and points and stuff, we'll show you that hopefully before the end of the show. Now, the frames which we've got on the show would be perfect partners for the next thing that we're going to show you, because we've got some brilliant MDF boards for you. So this is a 6x4 standing MDF artboard collection. So you're getting a set of 10, and these are brilliant because they're so simple to put together. You literally slot the main frame into the base, and then as I said, I mean, you can use them with the frames that we've got. I think they would be absolutely beautiful But of course, you've got lots of other crafty stash that you can use these frames for. Great for things like weddings and celebrations. If you're wanting to make, menu boards or table arrangements with them, they are brilliant for that as well. But to use with the frame set, awesome. $12.99 or $18.99 for the set of 10 6x4s. We've then got a set of 6 MDFs, which are 6x6. So same kind of thing. You can simply pop those into the base and away you go. $12.99. Or $18.99 is the deal on that. And then we've got the set of 4 8x8 standing MDF boards. $12.99 or $18.99 is the deal on that. By the way, meant to say, if you want to get chatting with us over the course of the show, we will of course be looking for your demos of the show. So get voting on those and we'll recap in around about an hour's time as to all of those beautiful demos so you can vote. But before we chat again with Debbie and before we chat again with Maxine, let's quickly go and watch this video because Debbie's just fallen over. Debbie, you're all right.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
Hopefully that is all now perfectly explained for you as far as the Club Inspire is concerned. There's been so much we've been chatting about today actually. We were chatting earlier on about how sometimes your mind can go blank and you kind of lose your crafty mojo. Sue just saying on YouTube, I'm glad to hear that I'm not the only one whose mind goes blank when I can't decide what to do and what colours to use. If it happens to the pros, then there's a chance for me. Torquen on YouTube is saying, love to play with colours, different combinations, especially coming from what the card recipient wears or decorates with. Lots of love for that last demo as well. Sarah Brown is saying, beautiful Debbie. Ayesha is saying, love those colours together. And Hannah Law Furnace on Facebook saying, there is no such thing as having too many butterflies. I love them. Yeah, absolutely. And if you do love your butterflies, which I think obviously you do if you're into your craft, the butterflies that you get with this Butterflies and Blooms collection are simply magnificent. They're sort of butterflies on another scale, really, aren't they? Which is, I think, why everyone loves this collection. Don't forget, if you don't want to go for the full collection, you have got the ability to break it down. You've got the ability to do the dies on their own. We've also got the quilling dies available too. So there's lots of different ways for you to be able to buy those individually should you want to, if you don't want to go for the full bundle that we've got available for you today. It's entirely up to you. But remember, double points right across the weekend and indeed right across the website as well for you up until the end of play tomorrow. Right, let us go back over to Leighton Buzzard and see what the buzz is. Hey, let's see what I did there. Leighton Buzzard, see what the buzz... Never mind. The lovely Maxine joins us from Leighton Buzzard. Are you enjoying the show so far, Maxine?
Thoroughly.
Excellent stuff. I'd just like to gauge how it's all working. So if you're enjoying it out there, everybody else must be enjoying it as well. With
Debbie's done some beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely,
cards.
Absolutely. With Craft House, of course, we always have a guest with us, and Maxine is our guest today. So we chatted a bit previously about how you got into craft and why you love Crafter's Companion. Let's just talk quickly about the Sharon Callis collection, because I know it's a collection that you've been working with. Why do you love this collection particularly?
Oh, they're beautiful. The frames are really stunning. And as Debbie said, you can make such large cards with them. But I think my favourite bit is the quilling flowers, because the quilling I used to do and I used to get into such a mess, whereas these are just so easy to do. They're beautiful, really lovely.
It was the one thing, well, I remember Sharon for, I met her a couple of years ago, and she was saying that people used to get into quite a muddle with quilling, but having the dies makes it, oh, you're laughing, so that's you as well then, is it, Maxine?
Oh, terrible.
Yeah.
I gave up in the end.
So is that your favourite component part of this collection then, the Quilling Dies?
I think they're all my favourite. I love the butterflies. Unfortunately, I haven't got any of those though, but I do love the frames and the quilling flowers. I mean, in fact, the whole lot is just gorgeous. Well,
it'd be great. Just show us a few of the things that you've been working on. Have you got any finished samples there? And take us through how you put them all together. It'd be lovely to see.
Yeah, I've
oh, perfect. There we go.
That one. And that is using the,
it's the Venetian frame, isn't it?
That's Venetian.
Yeah.
That's the Venetian one.
Wow.
So I've made that for my hubby.
Oh.
For Valentine's.
He's not watching, is he?
No.
Oh. Good. Move on to the next one, Maxine, quickly.
Well, and then I've used, which one is this? This is the,
so much in there. Do you know what? This is what I love, right? Just showing a proper crafter's craft room. There's so much in there. It looks all neat behind, but I bet the other side of the camera.
This is the Irish lace.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That is.
And that's that way.
Other way.
No, that way.
There you go.
Ah, there we go. And that's using the quilling flowers as well. But I haven't got the butterflies yet, so I've had to put some from another collection. So,
how do you go about choosing, so we were chatting about this earlier on, about making cards. How do you go about choosing what you're going to do as far as making a card for someone is concerned?
I think, first of all, I think about what the occasion is.
Yeah.
And then from that, I go with what paper pads I've got.
Okay.
And then from there, it just sort of goes, and it could change. You know, I could start off on one thing, and then before I know it, I've gone on to something totally different to what I had in my mind, you know. So.
Debbie's just nodding over the other side of the studio as if to sort of say that she agrees with that as well. Is that something that you find, Debbie?
Always. I go off into tangent. I think, oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to do this. Oh, and it'll look better in this colour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And if there's a particular sort of dye that you really want to use, and you think, oh, well, that's not going to go with those papers now, so I'm going to have to change the whole style of the card.
A true crafter.
It's brilliant to get an insight into how you sort of craft and also just to see some of your finished samples, which we'll see more of in just a little bit. What are you working on currently? Because I can see you in my little screen below there, and I know you've been crafting whilst Debbie's been crafting. So what are you currently working on at the minute?
I'm just doing another card with the frames, but I haven't finished it off yet.
Oh, wow.
No, that way.
There we go. Other way. There we go. Perfect. Lovely. So you're going to continue to work on that through the show, yeah? Absolutely brilliant. Just to quickly mention too, because we touched on this in the last time we chatted to you, as well as loving us here at Crafter's Companion, you sort of help us out a little bit as well, don't you?
I do. I was very lucky that I was picked to be on the design team. So I'm very new to it. I was only picked at the end of last year.
Yeah.
But I'm loving it at the moment, and it's just so great to be part of the team.
How does that happen? How does that actually happen when you say you got picked? How does that kind of happen? Just for anybody who's perhaps crafting at home now and thinking, oh, I wonder if I could get on the design team in the future.
Well, there was a design team call went out, and I just thought, I've got absolutely no hope of getting on it, but I've got nothing else to lose. I might as well send. So I sent a couple of samples, and before I knew it, Sharon contacted me, and Sharon actually contacted me and said we'd love you to join, and it's just gone from there. And so it's great. I'm loving it, and to see Sharon's new products coming out is even better. So
it's just amazing to hear, and I can tell by the smile on your face that it means so much to you to be a part of the team, and it's great actually to. Go on.
I just love Crafters Companion stuff.
Oh, well, that is brilliant. I love that so much. I love that so much. And Maxine, I tell you what, it'd be great if you can keep crafting along with us. And before the end of the show, we'll come back and see how you're getting on with your project, and we'll see potentially some other crafty makes as well. Thank you, Maxine, for now.
Okay. Thank you.
Just brilliant. I love Maxine. Awesome. Some lovely messages coming in from Maxine as well. Diana on Facebook saying, good job, Maxine. Astrid on Facebook, Maxine, your makes are so gorgeous. 4 Holidays on YouTube saying, Maxine, gorgeous card. Sheila, beautiful cards, Maxine. And a couple of comments coming in. Lynn saying, I'm nodding in agreement too. I often start on one thing and then end up doing something else. And Fred on YouTube says, love getting to see all the crafting ambassadors and their creations. Well done, Crafters Companion. That's another reason why I think people tune into us, because do you know what? We can see what everyone else is doing. We can see what you're making. And if you are somebody who's watching right now and going, I want to show everybody what I'm doing, I want to show everyone my makes, then get involved. Email us, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Just put Craft House in the title of your email. Give us your details, and someone will be in touch with you, and we will feature you on a Craft House in the very near future. Isn't Maxine brilliant? I love it. Right, I tell you what, talking about inspiration, before we do another demo with Debbie, let's have a look at some of the pictures that you've been sending in over the course of the last hour or so. Now, Alicia, you messaged me earlier on because what were you saying? I think you said you were working on these, or you just literally finished doing them. So a couple of cards from this collection. I mean, that's gorgeous, isn't it, Debbie, that first one?
It's so pretty, and actually it's quite strange because I think I've got a demo coming up in the next hour with very similar with those papers.
Oh, really?
So, but that is absolutely gorgeous, and actually what I really love about that is she's took that outside cutting edge of the Vanessa and used that on that sentiment. It looks so unusual and it looks beautiful. I absolutely love that. Very nice. And
then we've got the second card from Aisha. And this one looks again like is that sort of like mirror card she's used on the butterfly there?
Yeah, mirror card. Yeah, red mirror card by the looks of it on a background with the black card. That's incredible. And the Thinking of You die.
Yeah.
Yeah, really gorgeous.
And then we move to Terry's. Again, look at this. That almost looks like a bit of like a watercolory sort of faux bleaching effect in the background. And then that gorgeous, that's Mariposa, isn't it?
It is, yes. And a bit of a mixture there. We've got some sort of mixed media going off in the background, watercolour, and then that dye on top. It looks beautiful. And then there's that sentiment. I just love that sentiment.
What
Hello.
What does it say?
Hello. Hello. I just think it's such a lovely sentiment.
It is, and it's perfect. As we keep saying, at this point in time, you don't necessarily have to wait for a special occasion to make a card. Now is the time to send a card just to say hello to someone, isn't it?
Oh, totally, yeah. And I feel all warm and fuzzy now, Ben, because after Maxine speaking, it really took me back to when I heard I was on the design team. And I can't even begin to tell you how excited I was. I mean, I was literally running up and down the stairs and screaming around the house. I'm not even lying. That's exactly what I was like. I do get overexcited about things, but obviously being picked for Crafters Companion design team, wow.
How long ago was that?
Nearly 8 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, so long time. But it really brought that back when I could see that smile on her face, and I thought, I remember getting that email. Remember sort of thinking, oh my God, I'm really part of this company. Because I was, like Maxine, I loved Crafters Companion. I remember meeting Sarah Ali Pally, and she was demonstrating the Ultimate Pro with her sister on the stall there. So, I'm a true fangirl. When I remember my first meeting with Sarah, I nearly dropped to my knees.
Wow. I just, honestly, this whole conversation with Debbie kind of, gushing and getting so happy and getting a little bit tearful thinking about it, and Maxine, the way that she was talking about it, it beautifully sums up just how special this place is. I'm getting all gushy now all of a sudden, because honestly, because I've worked at other craft places, let's just say, and this place, there's just something special about it. There really is. The whole kind of community feel, the whole family feel, everybody who works here, well, I say works here, everybody, you know what I mean. You
it's
guys
not
always
work.
go, exactly, it doesn't feel like work. I mean, what I'm doing now, it doesn't feel like work. This is just brilliant, isn't it? And honestly, and I think that's why people love us so much. And certainly, if you are watching today and you've been with us, whether you've been with us for the last year or you've been with us since the start, if you know people who are out there who love the craft and who don't know about us yet, tell them about us. Seriously, because I love this place, and the more people that know about it, the better, and the more people that we can inspire, and those people can come in and join us and inspire us, the better. So there you go, gushing over.
Aww.
Right. What are we doing now? What's going on? Oh, we're going to do some demos. Right. Yes, we're talking about the Sharon Callis Butterflies of Blooms collection, and that is what we are going back to now. So which piece from this collection are you going to show us, Debbie?
Well, I'm just going to show some samples,
okay,
and then we're going to move on to the actual dies again. So we're going to use the square die. So I have to see which one that is. That is the Torquen Lace. So just a few of the Sharon Callis's butterflies here. I mean, look how pretty this card is. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. I love using the same colour tones. They just look really nice. And then adding that white in the background looks spectacular on your cards. So that large statement butterfly, and that's exactly what it is. It's a statement on your card. So you don't need very much else. So having these frames, I mean, you can see having frames, having a butterfly on there is just going to look absolutely amazing. And then what about just cutting out a craft card? Look how simple that card looks, but how exquisite it really is. And then moving on to the frames, being able to design frames like this, using other elements that you have in your Crafter's Companion stash, using your craft card, using your Centura. These, I mean, they're just amazing. Look at that for a shaker card. I mean, that is an incredibly beautiful card, which looks amazing. Then creating this sort of pullback there and just looking simply divine. So we're going to get started and get on to another demo, because we know that's what you're all waiting for. So I'm going to do a fairly easy, quick demo, and then the next demo we're going to do something where we're going to do more involved and make more things, and we're also going to use those beautiful quilling flowers and show you how they're made as well. So first of all, I'm taking my Torquen lace die. I'm going to place it onto white card. Then the outside edge of that die I'm going to use on some patterned cardstock or papers, and then I'm going to use the outside edge and the cutting in one. No, I'm not. I'm going to just use one because that cuts it out. Yes, it does. So what you've actually got, you've got 5 dies. You've also got a smaller one which goes on the inside as well. So you've got 5 dies in each of these collections. What these act as is like a mat and layer. So I'm cutting this layer out to mat onto this one, and then I'm just cutting this one out here. So we're going to run them through our Gemini.
So you've got lots of different configurations and lots of different ways to be able to use them in different sizes as well. There's a lot that you can do with each mini set within the collection, isn't there?
Yeah, there's so much you can do with it. I've lost my tape, so...
Oh, not the one tape that you only had left.
Oh, no, that's the dotty tape pen. I've actually
what
lost
have you lost?
We're just going to have to, I have got already cut, so we'll just have to chance it. It's just that this piece of
tape
card,
to stick it down?
So you can see, yeah, so you can see how big this is.
Yeah.
And I've got a 6x6, so that big layer would cut you a 6x6 card.
Do you want me to run and get you some?
No, that's absolutely fine.
Okay.
I was just hoping we'd fit these all on, but I'm not going to be able to fit them all on. But I do have them cut already, so we'll just cut these ones out and show how they cut beautifully. So I'm just going to lift that again because I've got a feeling it already moved. Oh,
All right.
it didn't. So we would just go ahead and do it. There we go. So running it through my Gemini. Now, even though I'm using my large Gemini, you will be able to use your Gemini Mini, Gemini Junior or your Gemini Midi if you just put them through one at a time. So, but with having the larger one, we can cut multiple dies at the same time, which is really good. So just running them through, it takes around about 17, 18 seconds. And that gives us our die cuts. So we are good, it didn't move off our plate. So we've got that beautiful outer layer. So if I turn it over, you can see all that beautiful edge that we've got there. And then we've got this one, which I'm just gonna give a little tap to. And that will just pop out. Look at that. I mean, that is so stunning. Such a beautiful die. And there's nothing better than having, that's a little bit doily-ish, isn't it? I quite like the effect on there. It almost looks like a doily. And I'm trying to look to see, because you were saying, Ben, about patterns, but I can see loads of different patterns in here. I'm seeing two dovebirds kissing in the centre there.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh,
like
yes.
going in, yeah.
Yes,
it's
yes.
like going in for a little peck. So to speak.
I was just going to say, I mentioned, and actually, I know Sharon is watching because Sharon has messaged or left a comment which says, Debbie and Maxine are debomb.com.
Sharon, I love you.
Not mentioned anything about Ben, though. I don't know what I am. But anyway, Sharon, oh no, you could, yeah. If you can put in the comments if you are still watching, because you said there's little creatures, isn't there, within each of the frames, and I know I can see straight away within the, which one is it? Hang on, the Venetian frame. The Venetian frame. There's a little bumblebee. Well, it's up to you, Sharon. I don't want to say what the other three are in there because other people might want to look for them. But if you want to put in the comments what the other three little creatures were that you hid in the frames, then let us know. What's happened is I was trying to show Debbie a little bit earlier on, and now she's seen doves in one, and there definitely weren't doves that you told me. But then Debbie also said she could see a panda in one of the frames as well, which sort of put me off. And panda's definitely not in there. But have a look.
There is definitely a panda.
There's not a panda.
There is a panda. No, there is.
Are
we having our first TV row here?
I would never row with you, Debbie. I would never row. I don't think I've ever had, actually, no, I probably had a row with Craig on air, but that's more...
see the panda. You did see the panda.
Well, I was annoyed because I was trying to tell you what the things were in there, and then you said a panda, and then I couldn't unsee the panda, and I didn't want to see the panda. But it's not, no, it's not, there isn't, I mean, never mind.
Yeah, exactly. See, George, our producer, is saying you saw it because it was there. So, and you can't unsee something that you've seen, that's the thing. So what I've done is I've then also created a little topper on the top here, created it out. I've stamped a good luck stamp in there, created all these mats and layers. So I'm going to pop this on the end. I'm going to just use a little pad to put that on. And we're going to use that. Oh, I can't get the padding off. There we go. There we go.
Okay.
And then we would just use our glue to stick that inside our card. So I've jumped ahead actually. So what I've done here is I've just used my card to do a 6x6 card blank, folded in half to create our half gate folded card. I've then used one of the mats and layers to fold in half and use on both sides of that. So that creates this piece of card. And then I've got my mat and layout for the inside. So just pop in this all together.
Okay.
And pop that into our card. And then there we go. So just popping it on there, making sure that's in the right place. Now what I have done is we've got some foam on the show, and I don't think we're going to get a chance to show the foam flowers, but I just created a nice little foam flower. You could do this with Sharon's dies as well, with the rose and, I can't remember what the other one is, rose and something else, but we will find out what they are. I'm just going to grab myself some 3D Callus glue gel, and we're just going to pop this into place. So pop in those, go in there, and it's just adding that little detail on your card to create really stunning pieces. And then I'm just going to do a little swiggle in the middle squiggle in the middle. Look, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. And then we're just going to place our flower just at the side there. So it just creates, if I turn that round, you can see that that just creates our beautiful gatefolded front card. But using those matte layers on there looks really beautiful. And there we go. So, there we go.
Brilliant, absolutely. Amazing. If you want to go for this collection, of course, you've got all of those frames within it, and it is just brilliant. £41 or $60 is the deal on that. Double points, of course, don't forget, on this particular show. And actually, I keep talking about double points and all of the different things that these points will get you. If you're one of those people who's going, well, hang on a minute, I don't know about the Club Inspire and all of the different things that Club Inspire brings. We have got a little video for Club Inspire which can kind of tell you a little bit more about everything that you need to know as far as that is concerned. So I tell you what, we'll come back and speak to Maxine in just a few moments, and we'll see some more demos from Debbie. First up, here's that video which will explain more.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now, on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind-the-scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
There we go, so all the details about our Club Inspire. Lovely messages coming in as well. We've been chatting about all of the different reasons that you love the channel. Trisha on YouTube is saying, I love the Sharon Callis collection, so many designs. And Abs on YouTube saying, I found Crafters TV end of December 2020 and now totally hooked. A terrific, inspiring show to watch with such a great team of hosts with many talents, and that also make every day a happy one. And Linda's saying, I remember when I first met Sarah at the NEC, it felt like meeting my favourite celebrity where I was all excited and nervous at the same time, but Sarah was so amazing, friendly and just the most wonderful lady. This is a wonderful collection. It is our craft house. We'll come back to Maxine in just a few moments' time. Let me just quickly show you through the frames that you're going to get, and then we'll look at some finished samples with Debbie as well. So in this particular collection, your frames, you're going to get all 4 of these, which are absolutely beautiful. First up is your Torquen lace frame. And again, like Debbie was showing you get all of the dies to be able to create the frames, and then the mats as well, all the different layers. So they're so versatile. You know, if you just want to use these as frames, you can. If you want to be able to cut out the different layers and mat these up, you can. But the point is, there's so much versatility with them. £41 or $60 is the deal for the full collection. But of course, you are then getting your Venetian frame. This is the one with the bumblebee that you'll see at the top. And this is the one that kind of reminds me a little bit of Mirror Mirror on the Wall. I really, really love it. So much detail in all of the frames that you've got within that collection. Then you've got on top of that your Bobbin Lace frame. Again, look at all of the detailing that you can get just by using that. And then finally, you have got your Irish lace frame. £41 or $60 is the deal on it today. Double points as well, don't forget. $10.96 or $15.96 is what you're saving. All 20 elements included. And we've got some finished samples with Debbie just over the other side of the studio, which we can see now. What you got over there?
Yeah, I've got some really lovely samples here, Ben, so we will look at them in a second, but they are gorgeous. There we go. Look at that gorgeous butterfly, that sending love die, and all those flowers around there. They just look amazing.
Hang on, technical gremlins, we can't see you, of course, can't see you. So I'll just recap on the deal on the boards once again. There we go, now we can. There we go, there we go.
Yeah, of course, Ben. I was talking, thinking that was in view, and it was on the,
I've done that before,
preview.
don't worry about that.
Never mind, you could hear what I was talking about. So now you can see what I was talking about. We've got that beautiful butterfly, that gorgeous wings protruding out there, and then the flowers around here, which look so, so pretty and really gorgeous. We've got these papers, I have to say, are on the show tonight at 7 p.m. and it's Sarah's signature. It's the gorgeous papers from the 6x6 paper pad as well. So they're going to work so well with this butterfly collection. But using those nesting dies, so creating one like I just created in that last demo, creating different easel cards and different types of card shapes. I mean, how pretty is that one? I always feel, and I feel like you could make a little child's looking glass mirror with, like, you could get a wooden spoon handle and put it on there, and you could actually create something out of there. It looks beautiful. So just creating a different type of card from there, just opening it up. There we go. It goes that way. So that's a really, oh no, it doesn't. It goes that way. There we go. Oh, other way, other way. I get there eventually. I love that idea. Look at that. How beautiful is that card? Almost like looking through that, all those different layers of those gorgeous nesting dies. And then the easel cards again. They're quite popular making those easel cards. I'm dropping everything out the way. And actually, this card has just reminded me of a demo that I'm going to do next, so I think I'm going to go straight into there. So the demo I'm making, I'm starting off with a piece of cardstock, which is just A4 in size, and then I'm going to get my scoreboard. So I'm just going to grab my scoreboard, and we're going to then score at 2 inches in on each side. So 2 inches in on this side. Oh, I've got mucky fingers, look, so never mind, card will cover that. Actually, we could just turn it the other way. So doing it for 2 inches in, and then 2 inches in again. And then I'm gonna turn the card round, and then we're gonna go 2 inches, and 2 inches in again, so at 4. So 2 and 4 inches by turning the card each way round. So let's pop that to the side. And then what we're going to do, we are going to bring our card inwards and outwards. Okay. So just creating that mountain and fallet fold. I've got really dirty fingers and I'm not sure where it's coming from. I'm thinking it might be coming off the mat where I used the brown ink earlier that I didn't clean. I'm normally really clean, so untidy. So popping that into there, that gives us our card blank. Now what I love about this one, I want it this way. You can have it either way. So this card could go like this and it would stand, so it would stand like this way, and you could have your images and everything on the front, or you could have it as a sort of a fold-in card, so you can have your 2 pieces here. So what I'm then going to do is I'm just going to take some cardstock. So first of all, we're going to fill our gap in the middle, and then we're going to fill our ends on here. So I've just got some really pretty cardstock. I'm going to then bring in my tacky glue, and we're just going to glue this to the outside edge. So using my absolute favourite glue, tacky glue, we're going to stick this onto the sides. So you just so what I was saying earlier about picking your lovely papers that you've got, because we've all got these beautiful pads in our collection. I like to start off with thinking what I'm going to do, and I'd love to know what your favourite colours are of combination, because my favourite colours are I always go for pinks and greens. So I quite like pinks and greens, which always, and I don't know why I just always fold towards those colours, but I do like them, I have to say. Brilliant. So just popping those into our centre of our card. Now I'm not going to worry too much about filling these gaps because we're not really going to see them, but I'm just getting my card base into place before I start creating with all the dies. But you can see this just makes a really easy, lovely concept card. And again, it will lay flat. And that's what I like about cards like this, because if you are posting them out, you can make sure that you can post them to send to anybody.
Brilliant.
So that's our main one there. So we've created our card base and we're going to make then all our bits to go onto that demo. So this time I'm going to be using the oval shapes, and they are, if I just get my packaging, oh, where's it gone? Disappeared. It's the Venetian. So we're doing the Venetian. So I'm going to cut out my different pieces here, and I'm also going to cut out, I'm going to bring in Sharon's dies, the quilling flower dies. So let's bring in the peony. Let's have.
Can I just say, Sharon's come back and said the animals, the creatures that are in the frames that we're looking for.
They're creatures in the frames. They are. Oh, do you know what they are?
I do. So Sharon's gone. Ben, it goes without saying, you are the Brixham Bond. That's where I'm from. Thanks, Sharon. Move over the Scotty Hottie. Okay, so on the Torquen lace there is a beetle. On the bobbin there is a ladybird. On the Irish lace there is a cricket. And on the Venetian laces we've discovered there is a bumblebee. So when you get those frames home, see if you can find all of the different creatures on those frames. There we go.
No,
I knew there was a
panda.
ladybird.
No panda.
I don't think. Well, there isn't a. There isn't a panda.
There is a panda.
There isn't.
Sharon, there's a panda. There's a panda. Yeah. And Ben's seen it. If anyone has the dies, see if they can see it as well. Is it, in fact, is it this die it was on? Did I see the panda?
I can't remember.
I've seen something else that looks a bit funny in that one. It does look like a frog. Yes. I wasn't going to say, but our producer said that it looked like a frog, and I was like, yes, that's what I was thinking.
It's like one of those magic eye books that
was
you used to have back in the day where you had to like look up close to see them. But no, it's a bumblebee, it is a beetle, is a cricket, and a ladybird or a ladybug if you're watching us.
I love that Sharon's done that though, to have those designs in there. It's nice to be able to look in detail, especially when you're crafting. It's just like a hidden extra magic, isn't it?
Love it. Frames are beautiful, says Torquen on YouTube. So versatile, and even through the lace, even though lace and vintagey, and lots of you saying about your favourite colour combinations as well. Pink and purple or blue, purple, teals and green, says Sheila. Lime green, dove grey, and then any other colour seems to go, says Sally. Torquen on YouTube just saying, I love blues and creams and pinks, but also love the colours of the sunset or the roaring ocean. Amazing.
Oh, that's so lovely. Amazing. I love hearing people's colour choices and what they tend to go for, because we are all different, aren't we? It shows our personalities, it shows what sort of things we go for. I mean, I am truly a girly girl, so mine is flowers, pinks and lime greens. I love lime greens.
Lime greens.
Oh, love lime greens, yeah, really pretty colours. So,
I like my greens and my blues, and there's one paint pack, I never remember which it is, where we do an absolutely gorgeous, sort of like a darker green, like a racing green, which I absolutely love. But yeah, greens and blues for me. But I love what you're doing at the minute, because you did this on the another demo using black and white, but then pink as well. I think that's really, really lovely.
It looks really striking, doesn't it? So this time we've put these beautiful ones on the top. We've got our base card to use, and I've found these colours that just match perfectly with the cardstock. And then also what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring in another piece here. But what I want to show you is how we do these. Oh, I didn't cut them. I thought I'd put them through as well. So I've got the same cardstock, but it does have a pattern on the other side. So I'm going to use this pattern to actually cut my quilling flowers. Now you'll see I've got 2 pieces of card. Now because I'm using my Gemini, I know that that will safely cut through both those pieces in one go and not give me any problems whatsoever. So just going to pop those through the end here. So popping them into the top. And what I am going to do, because I haven't got my junior plates to hand, I'm going to run that through. As soon as that goes through and I can sort of hear that, I can pause it and I can reverse it. So it's another function, just in case any newbies have joined us. Our Gemini machines, we're not die cutting people, we're not die cutting machine manufacturers, but we did bring out the Gemini because of Sarah's dad, which is the founder of the company, Frank. He was an engineer and they put together all this amazing technology to create the Gemini. And the Gemini is an awesome die cutting machine that helps us cut any thin metal dies. So I'm just going to, oh, there's still one in there, so cut these two out at the same time. Now what you do with these, they have a perforated edge all the way down the middle, so it means you can fold them in half. So you fold them, which means it gives you a double flower. So when you roll them, they don't look like they've got too many gaps in between. So they're a really cool way of getting that flower in one pass through your machine, a double one. So I'm going to show you, having one flower looks lovely, but I'm going to show you that if you add more onto them, how they look. Now the reason I'm doing this in the middle, always have what you want your flower to be folded inwards. Okay. Because then when we quill them, and we say quilling because you can do it with a quilling tool. I don't have a quilling tool to hand, but actually I'm quite pleased I don't, because not many people do have quilling tools. So it's nice to see how you can do them without having to have any specific tool. So what I am going to do is bring in my red liner tape. So this morning and this evening at 7 p.m. we do have a glue bundle with our glue pens, our red liner tape and our Callus all-purpose.
Yes, we do.
So, which is £10. I mean, that's amazing value, Ben. Really amazing value.
Everything on that show, by the way, is 10 quid or $20 or 15 euros. So worth tuning in for. It's only an hour and a half away, that is. Doesn't seem 5 minutes since we were doing that this morning, does it?
No, not at all. So what we're doing is I'm just lining it. It's the perfect size. It's 3mm and it's the perfect size to go along there. Okay. So I'm just going to trim that down. So I've created 2 flowers, and what I am going to do, just to make my flower, no, I'm not going to do. I'll add one onto the other, so you can see how we do them from start to finish. So what I am going to do, I have got another one there, is I'm going to take my pokey tool, so just your pokey tool. You could just use your fingers, because all I'm going to do is just grab that end to start turning it. So the tape itself is going to stick to each other, and you're just going to turn it around onto there. Now I'm not going to leave my pokey tool in for too long because it will just stick into there, but once you've got that twirl on the end, you just keep rolling it round, and you just follow it round, and it's so, I mean, so easy to do. But what that's doing is creating a beautiful little flower. Now, if you want a lovely flower like this, which just creates a small flower, almost bud-like really, you can just leave it at this, because you are going to get a beautiful flower, and I will show you as soon as we've popped this one on. So what you do, you have these here, and then you just pull them out, and it creates that really pretty little flower. But what I like to do is add on. So it's really nice that we can sort of make it a more bulkier flower. So I'm just going to take my, can't get my tape off that end.
So could you keep going and going and going and just keep adding layers with it?
No reason why you can't.
You could, so from something which is quite small, you could create a really big flower. I mean, you couldn't keep going.
Well, you get to the size where if it's this size, it will create the size of what that is wrapped around, wouldn't it? So yeah, absolutely. You could just keep going. And I just think the bigger you make them, the more just fuller and nice they look on your cards. And it's not so much they look better than the small ones. I think what they do is they add different volumes to it. So you can have small flowers, larger flowers. So that one's lovely. We're going to add a third one as well. So as I've got it here, we might as well add it on so you can see. And what the smaller petals do, because the inside, you can see the petals get smaller and bigger, so they create a smaller part on the inside, almost like a stamen part, and then they get bigger. But what they do add is more structure inside your flower, and it just allows them to bush out a little bit more.
Do you know what, watching this, I think shows these dies in all their glory and shows how brilliant they are to use. And I've never tried traditional quilling, but I've heard so many people saying like how difficult it is to do. But then when you watch this, it just makes it look so simple.
I mean, look at that. I mean, you've got just the perfect flower, which is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
I just love these flowers. So let's put in our card. So I've got another couple of flowers here. You can see I've done them just with 2. So we've got a bigger flower and those ones. And then I've also just cut out some leaves. The leaf die is in with here. So you do get the leaf die in with your quilling flowers. So I've just cut some of those out. And then what I'm going to do is the card that I've stuck together here with all our elements, we're going to pop this all into place. And then I did have them, but do you know what I'm like in true Debbie fashion?
Things are going missing today,
there,
aren't
I
they?
found it. Oh, God, I found it.
it.
That's not like me at all. I found one bit, yes, non-existent demo our producer is saying earlier, and that was definitely the case. But what I am going to do, if I can find it, it's right in front of me, I am going to cut the base, because I have lost the base, I'm going to admit it. I've got the words, but not the base. Oh, actually, you know why? It's because I'm not going to cut the base. Oh, there's no hope. There's no hope for me.
It's been one of those days today, hasn't it? It's been one of those days, both in the studio and kind of behind the scenes as well, with some stuff which has been going on. But we carry on. We're going to show all of Debbie's makes actually in around about 15 minutes time. I nicked one that you made earlier, by the way, because when I just go through the collection in just a bit, I just wanted to show one that you made earlier. So I'll give you that back for when we do the lineup later on.
Not a problem.
Good.
So I'm just going to turn that in. So I'm putting my first one on, because what I am doing is I want to make sure that I'm getting this end just on here. So wiping that glue away that I've had on there. It's the other thing with tacky glue, it will just wipe away, almost sort of crumbles, so you don't get it anywhere else. And then making sure that is set, and then I can pop my glue on this side. So I am just using, I'm just going to hold that down. I should have used Gloria actually, she would have been much better because she's got a smaller nib. So popping that down. I don't know why I call my glue Gloria, because my glue is not Gloria.
Oh, you started them singing again. For goodness sake, every time Debbie says Gloria, you don't have to sing it in my ear.
And actually, I wasn't sure what song you were singing. So our George producer was showing it, and then George come up with a song that I sing.
Sing Gloria.
Yeah, Gloria.
Gloria.
I used to have a sat-nav called Gloria as well.
You used to have what?
A sat-nav called Gloria.
Why do you call everything Gloria?
Huh?
What? So you got a sat-nav called Gloria?
I've got, my one now is called Martha. But my one before was called Gloria. And I used to sing to her.
I mean, the time must just fly by on the journey home.
She was my best friend in the car. You've got to have some company, haven't you, Ben?
Well, yeah. What are we even talking about now?
You don't have a sat-nav that you named?
No.
Perhaps it's a lady thing.
I don't. What are you talking about? I know people who name their cars. You must have a name for your car then, if you've got a name for your sat-nav.
Yes, I do.
Yeah?
Sunny.
Sunny.
Yeah, but do you know why, don't you?
Because of the colour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's sunny, bright and sunny.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep. Do you have a name for your car?
Well, I don't really have a name for my car, but my brother-in-law bought a red car, and he named it the Red Rocket. It doesn't look like a red rocket. I don't know what make it was, but it's just not like the best car in the world. But then he was looking at my car going, do you have a name for your car? And I was like, well, no, not really. And then because he'd called his the Red Rocket, he then decided to call mine White Lightning.
White
It's a white lightning! Because it's white, obviously. So yeah, White Lightning is the name of my car, or Whitey for short. Anyway, look at this card that you're putting together. Let's stop babbling on about naming our sat-navs and our cars. This is glorious, and this is, I think, a perfect demonstration of these quilling flowers and how they can just take your projects to the next level, isn't it?
Oh, totally. And I just love playing with them. They are the most amazing dies to play with. They give you beautiful results every single time. And that's actually quite a simple card that we've done with just a piece of white cardstock and then putting on those extra flowers, that love, and using those dies in between.
In the words of Michelle Knits for You on YouTube, such a pretty card. Absolutely. That is going to be a contender for the demo of the show, which we'll let you vote on in just a little while. If you have just joined us, a very warm welcome. Secondly, where have you been? We're nearly done. We've only got about 20 minutes to go. This is Craft House with the lovely Debbie, and we've got Maxine with us and Leighton Buzzard, who we'll be speaking to in just a little while. We are featuring all things bright and beautiful, all things Sharon Callis on this show. This Butterflies and Blooms collection, which was launched at the back end of last year, is with you today at an amazing price on double points as well. First time we've seen this with double points. So if you've been thinking, shall I, shan't I, today is a good day to go for it. And also, if you can't stretch to the full bundle, we have got the individual elements available for you too. So the full bundle is built up by these amazing, striking butterflies. This, first of all, is the gorgeous Mariposa. Again, I said it earlier on, I'll say it again, we see so many butterflies in craft, but literally, this is butterflies to the next level. The trailing detail on these dies is absolutely stunning. That's the first of the dies that you're going to get. The other die, which I can show you Debbie's finished sample of earlier on, which you're going to get in this collection once again, is Vanessa. So those two sets come to you with this collection. You're then going to get two stamp and die sets. Again, I can show you one of them. Oh, hang on a minute. Do it the right way around, Ben, for goodness sake. Here we go. This stamp and die set. So you've got your Butterfly Friendship and your Butterfly Love. Again, if it's butterflies you want, you have come to the right place. All of these glorious dies you're going to get, which match up with the stamps. So if you want to use these as embellishments, you can do that. If you want to be able to kind of layer your butterflies up to create sort of butterfly decoupage, you can do that. But as you can see, all of the dies match with the stamps that you've got in this collection. And once again, you talk about your Mariposa and your Vanessa being absolutely gorgeous and the intricate detail. Take a look at these stamps. I mean, honestly, can you say that you've seen butterfly stamps as intricate and as gorgeous as that? And the fact that you've got the dies to be able to cut these out too is just incredible. Love the script and the font. I particularly love this little embellishment here, the one that says float like a butterfly. Spread your wings and you've got you give me butterflies. Absolutely gorgeous. You've then got, as we've just seen within this collection, your quilling dies. So you've got your Climbing Rose and your beautiful Peony, beautifully demonstrated by Debbie, just shows you how easy these are to use to create these beautiful flowers. But again, like Debbie was showing you a few moments ago, you can multi-cut these and wrap them to form bigger buds and bigger flowers and then shape them to exactly how you want them to look. You've then also got the individual dies to go with those as well. I've got the board here for the Peony, but the flower's fallen off, as you can see. But you get the kind of gist and the idea again as to how this works. And then also in the collection, you're getting two sentiment dies as well. You're getting your Sending Love, and this one here, which is Thinking of You. Two dies again within the set. You've got the main sentiment die itself, and then the background die, just to be able to make that pop out off the front of your card. Very nicely indeed. £57 or $79 for that full collection. And as I said, double points on that one for you as well. The frames, as we've said, are just immense and gorgeous too. And the full collection is available for you. Just gorgeous. So this one here is the Torquen lace frame. This is the one with all of that lovely detailing, with all of the dies in there to give you those gorgeous frames and all those gorgeous mats and layers. And the little creature you're looking for in here, by the way, is a beetle. All right, so when you get this one back, see if you can find the beetle hidden within the gorgeous lacy frames. Next up, I think this is my favourite of the collection, is your Venetian frame. Just so ornate, isn't it? Just so gorgeous. All of the different dies to allow you to be able to create all of these different frames. Whether you're using it for the layers, whether you're using it for the frames. And this one has got that beautiful little butterfly, a bumblebee rather, who is in the top of the frame. You've then got your Bobbin Lace frame. Again, so much detail, so much lace, and really, really vintagey in the design. This is the one where the little ladybird is hidden away in the gorgeous, intricate detail. See if you can spot it. And this one here is the gorgeous Irish lace frame. This one has a cricket hidden away, not a panda. £41 or $60 is the deal for all of those frames. and actually loads of you going for this collection as well today. Whichever ones you go for, you're getting double points, as I say, and you're getting that saving today too. 10.96 or 15.96 is the deal off on those. A few quick comments then. Loads of lovely comments coming in. Susie T on YouTube saying, I just love Debbie's giggle. The flowers are gorgeous, says Karen. Margaret Crook commenting on that last card, just saying another beautiful card, Debbie. And Anne W. McKenna on Facebook saying, these shows get me so excited to craft all afternoon. Complete inspiration. Right, let us go over to Leighton Buzzard and go to the crafty house of Maxine and see what Maxine is up to. First of all, it's brilliant because I know you can see me, but I can see you as well in the bottom of my screen the whole time, and I've seen you enjoying the show, particularly the last quilling demo that Debbie was doing. Have you done that and multiple quilled, as it were?
No, I hadn't thought to do it in double layer, but that's a really good idea.
Yeah, and again, so simple. I know we chatted about this before, but it makes the whole process of making those flowers really simple, don't you find?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I just think they're brilliant, the quilled flowers. You know, I'm hoping that Sharon's going to bring out more because they really are stunning.
Yeah, and make it so simple. And those frames as well that we've been looking at, have you had a chance to craft with those? Have you seen the different creatures within the frames as well?
I've just been trying to spot them, yes.
Have you found a panda?
I never knew that.
Have you found a panda?
No.
There you go, Debbie. There you go. But no, there's a cricket in there. There's the ladybug. Yeah. There's the bumblebee. And what was the other one? Ladybug. There's another one in. Oh, beetle. So yes,
beetle.
So do have a look. How are you getting on with the project that you were making through the show? And have you got any other bits and pieces to show us there, Maxine?
Yeah, I've.
Oh, other way. There we go. Perfect.
There.
Wow. Talk us through this then.
This is using the, where are we? That's the Torquen.
Yes.
And, hang on.
There we go, perfect, just keep it there, that's absolutely spot on, there we are.
And that's the peony flower as well.
Absolutely gorgeous.
They're just stunning, they're so easy to use, and they just make such fabulous cards.
Yeah.
They really are.
And do you find this particular collection is quite versatile as far as making for different people and for different occasions throughout the year?
Oh, definitely. Yes. Because I think they're big enough that you can actually make a card, you know, like an easel card out of them. Well, you don't have to just use them as frames. You can make the actual card blanks out of them. They're so versatile. And they're good for men's cards, they're good for ladies' cards, you know, they're brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant stuff. I know we're getting lots of likes for all of the projects that you've been showing us. Have you got any other finished samples that you could show us of other things that you've been working on?
I haven't at the moment. I've got these.
Oh, wow.
I did earlier.
From earlier on, yeah. Show us those again for people who missed them. Talk to you a bit. There we go. Brilliant.
That's it. Yes. There we go.
So that again is using one of the frames from the collection, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely stunning.
And the peony flower again.
Yeah. Absolutely different to the one that you showed us a few moments ago. And you've got one more card that you showed us earlier on as well, which we can just have another little look at and take us through.
This is going to be hubby's Valentine card.
Yes. Oh, right. Yes. Okay. Do you make a card for him every year?
Yes.
Oh, that's lovely. That is lovely. Does he craft as well?
No. They look at me as if I'm mad crafting. So I do tend to sort of show them every time I do a card, and it's yes, that's nice. But they haven't got any passion. My mum, on the other hand, she used to make cakes. Yeah. And sugar flowers, and she just loves seeing them. And if I don't send her a handmade card, then there's something wrong. I have to make them for every occasion for her.
Oh, wow. Do you find that you have a lot of time to craft for yourself? As obviously being on the design team here at Crafters Companion, I guess you're doing a lot for us as well. Do you find that you have time to craft for yourself and your family and friends?
Not as much as I'd like because I work full time as well.
Yeah.
So now that the free time that I do have is taken up with the design team, but because I just love making cards, it doesn't matter. It doesn't feel like work. It's just fun, and so yes, I would like more time, but obviously when I retire, no.
Well, listen, it's been brilliant to have you with us on the show, Maxine. It's been so lovely as well, seeing all of your makes, and it was just brilliant actually when you were telling us earlier about when you got the note about joining the design team, and then Debbie was obviously talking about what happened to her. Were you doing cartwheels as well when you found out?
Yes, I just kept sitting there saying to myself, oh my God, I can't believe it.
Oh dear, it's amazing, yes. Absolutely brilliant. Well, listen, thank you so much for joining us on the Craft House. As I say, there's still lots of lovely comments coming in about all of the cards that you've made. Christine actually just saying, Maxine, I love your cards, good job. And Tammy on Facebook saying, wonderful cards, Maxine. So no doubt you'll be...
thank you, everybody.
You have to read through some more of the comments that are coming in because there's lots of lovely comments.
I will. And thank you so much for having me, Ben. And it was lovely to see Debbie as well. I feel as if I've known her for a while, seeing her lives, and she makes just such beautiful cards. Oh, really lovely.
Just before you go, because we always like to get lots of people on Craft House, and I know a lot of people perhaps think, I want to get on the Craft House, but then they're thinking, I'm too nervous, I'm too shy to do it. How's your experience been? Has it been good?
It's been great fun. I was nervous, and it is nerve-wracking, but it is just such fun as well, and you all put me at my ease.
Oh, that's brilliant
Lovely.
to know. Brilliant to know. Well, Maxine, you've been an absolute joy, an absolute pleasure, and hopefully we will get you back on the Craft House at some point in the very near future. So from me and Debbie, thank you so much. Happy crafting and have a brilliant rest of your weekend.
Thank you. And you too.
Thanks, Maxine.
You. Bye.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. Wasn't she great? I love that. And as Maxine says, if you are a little bit nervous, totally understandable, but get in touch with us. We will put you at ease. We're all very nice here. So just email us, studio@crafthousecompanion.co.uk. Maybe we will feature you and your projects on a Craft House in the future. Right, we have got to have a look at the cards which Debbie has made in just a few moments' time to choose the demo of the show. But before that, if you are new to us and you're wondering how you can buy with us here at Craft House Companion, here's a video which tells you how to shop.
Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
There we go. All the details there that you need as far as shopping with us here at Crafters TV. Right, it's time to check back on all of the demos that we've had on this show so far. I'm just trying to recap on them all in my brain. You've done absolutely loads. So we'll number these 1, 2, 3, 4. So show us what you've done, Debbie.
So the first one was our really quick one. So we showed how to do the beautiful butterfly. So just cutting it out and mounting it up. But I think I might make a card out of this one because it does look rather pretty.
Yes.
Then we've got the easel card one, which I think that's possibly my favourite. I love that one, being able to do that one. Then we've got the fold back one, and I just changed that a bit while Ben was talking to put the good luck on the outside of the card. And then we've got the fourth one, which is the one we've just done, and created that beautiful topper for our unusual folded card.
I think for me, I love one because I love that butterfly, the Mariposa, and I also really like number 4.
Yes.
You're voting for 2, Debbie.
I like 2, yeah, I
and
think that's
Producer
beautiful.
George
that one.
likes 2. Vision Mixer George, Director George, which is your favourite? Oh, he's not talking to me.
No, George has gone.
Oh, he's gone. He's
I
disappeared.
think George is saying goodbye to Maxine.
He's going for 4. He's going for 4. So there we go. 1, 2,
All
3
the
or
men,
4.
they like the pretty ones.
Yeah. Let us know on let us know on Facebook or YouTube which is your favourite and which one you are going for. So 1, 2, 3 or 4, as simple as that. Lots of lovely comments coming in. As I say, lots of lovely comments for our guest Christine on Facebook saying, Maxine, love your cards, good job. And also Christine saying on Facebook, it's so much fun being on the show. You guys will have a blast. Send a message in. You should absolutely 100% definitely send a message in and get involved. Come and join us here on the Craft House. I think I'm here next Saturday. Yes, it'll be me again. It will be me again next Saturday. So maybe we'll get you on next weekend, or certainly in the very near future. Message here from Terry as well, who says, "Yippee! My box CC goodies just arrived. I know what I'm doing this afternoon." Just flicking through some of the comments here. There's a couple of questions which were asked, which I just need to recap on. So let's just quickly do those. Aisha asking about the measurements on the borders. I think that's to do with the frames that we've got. I think, Aisha, the frames are over here, Ben, if that's what you're asking about. Well, so they're 5.7 inches by 5.7. You've got your 6.1 by 5.1 is the Irish lace. The Venetian is 7.4 by 5.1. And 6.2 by 5.7 on the Bobbin Lace frame. Hopefully that is what you were asking that question about. And Katie on YouTube saying, can you please tell me what size syringe thing you use for the dimensional glue, Debbie?
The syringe comes with the glue. So there are 2. So you can buy one with just the glue, and then you can buy one as a pack where you get the syringe into it. So the actual syringe here, yeah, that actually comes in. So I think it's called the Callus 3D glue gel with tools, I believe. So if you type that in with tools, it will come up with the syringe inside. So I couldn't tell you the size, but it says it carries 5 mils of glue gel in there. Okay, yeah. Well, there we go. Hopefully that is helpful for you, Katie. Any more questions, get them in, I would say, in the next 5 minutes, because we've only got about 8 minutes left on the show. Right, I think are we going to squeeze in one more demo before the end of the show? What are you popping through your machine now? I'm already there, Ben. Oh, you're already onto it? It's already going through. I wanted to get it done. It's always good to squeeze in that extra demo and try and get as many done as possible in the shows, because that's what we like to see, isn't it? We like to see the versatility of the dies. We like to get that inspiration. We like to know if they're cutting well, how they cut. So lots of different things. So I've cut a couple there because I'm going to pop these in as well. So we're going to cut all our layers so you can see them. Okay. So I thought if I started, then you can see them all done. So popping those through as well. So that gives us our first base layer. So I'm just going to, again, give that a tap. Look at that, it's beautiful. And I really wanted to use a really bright sunny colour, so yes. A lovely yellow there. Now what I'm going to do with that die is I'm going to cut it in half. So I'm going to use it to create a card base. Our base layer will be made from this one here. And all I'm going to do is fold this in half. So for quickness, I've already got one done, so we can get the demo sorted. So that's the Torquen you're using as well, isn't it, over there? That's what, sorry? The Torquen lace frame, the Torquen, yes, Torquen. So I'm going to bring this one in here, so exactly the same one here. Then we're going to score it in half, fold it in half. So that is actually going to work as our card base. So we've got that one there. Then this one I'm going to cut in half. So once it's cut in half, I have sent one of the pieces through the Xyron here, and I've actually attached it to the base of the card so we can see. So you can pop one on the front and the back, which I will do. So I'm just going to bring in my scoring tool just to make sure that's flattened a bit more take this off of its carrier sheet and place that into place. Now what I love about these sort of dies, Ben, is the fact that all that worry of how they fit is took out of it for you.
Yeah.
You're getting that base edge cutting mat, which is amazing, and then you're getting the intricate dies, so you can choose what you want to use. So that gives us our base die. Then what I've done with this one and this one, you stick these together, and I've also just put a little bit of ink, darker ink, around the edge of Honey Pot. So you pop that round, that gives us our topper for our card. So I'm going to stick that into place so it's all coming together nice and quickly. Obviously I have everything that's pre-cut,
Yes.
but you can get the gist of how it all comes together really nicely. Now the next thing I'm going to do is bring in a sentiment, and then we're going to bring in our quilling dies again. So I'm going to place this onto some of the cardstock, and we're going to send this through, and then we will just do a little quilling flower for our card. I wanted to do something really spring-like because it's been a bit miserable, isn't it, weather-wise, so I thought it'd be nice to show a little bit of spring colours. So I'm going to add some pinks into here with a bow. We're going to add a little bit of pink around our flower, so don't be frightened to do coloured cardstock and then add a little bit of pink to highlight the ends of them. So we're going to do that. So bringing that out nice and quickly, give that a little tap. And then we've got our quilling. So just for anyone that didn't see it earlier, you can see this one a bit better actually. You've got a perforated edge in the centre. You're just going to bring that up together. That's just your fold line. And you're going to fold them into, oh, just bent my little leaf there.
It's such a simple system. Again, I know I've been waxing lyrical about these, but I think almost if you're going for one thing today, if you're not going for the full collection of the butterfly blooms, definitely grab these. If you want to be able to make like flowers with ease, these quilling dies are absolutely brilliant for that. Mm-hmm. And I love this little technique that you're showing us as well with the tape, which is cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So the tape is ideal. Now you can use wet glue,
Yeah.
but I think you would just get really mucky. So it's better to use red liner tape. And red liner tape it's called red liner tape because it's the strongest tape out there. You always sort of think red for danger, red for strength. It's always that red is powerful, isn't it?
Like Billy Ocean said, wouldn't it? Red light spells danger.
Yes, that's very true. So I've already created one of my little buds here and just turn it round, and all we're going to do is add on to that. So just popping it on there and twirling it round. So these come out as quilling dies because that's what you do, you quill them. So if anyone's not ever seen quilling before, if they type it into any search engine, you'll be able to find any sort of quilling. And quilling flowers are just hugely popular because they're very easy flowers that everybody can achieve. And that's what I love about these dies. And then I'm going to add one more just to give a really nice full flower. I do like to make a full flower. And these are great. So if you are someone that loves to sit maybe watching your soaps or a nice film in the evening and you don't want to think too much about anything, these are great to sort of make in the daytime, or even have your little Gemini mini on your lap. And you can just cut out loads of quilling flowers, couldn't you?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
these would fit through your mini really well. So that's exactly what you want to do in the evenings, isn't it, Ben?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Daisy would certainly want to do that.
Do you know what? The more you keep talking about this, and I know she may well be watching, I'm definitely going to get card making.
But
and
look how
paper crafting
amazing
soon.
that
Yeah.
flower is.
Gorgeous.
And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ink pad and actually go direct.
Ooh.
And we're just going to do this on the top. And all that's going to do is highlight those petals and give that a really nice bit there. So popping it all there.
We've got about 90 seconds left of the scene, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I've just realised that. I've just looked down and it's like, it's just
Not
before
a
1
problem.
minute.
Let's get my glue. There we go. Look, 3D glue. We're going to pop that down. Let's pop that up.
I've got the winner, the demo winner.
Oh, yeah, what's the winner then, Ben?
That is card number 2.
Yay!
I like that one, but that's the one that you.
I liked all
George
of them
chose.
actually, but I just love that one. I think it's nice sometimes just to have those different colours, isn't it? So we're going to pop that on there. I'm
Love
gonna
this.
Then pop
This
a
is my
sentiment
favourite. I'm
on.
voting for number 5.
I know we didn't get this one in, did we? So
No.
just pop in this here. And then I'm going to stick a bow on it. Let's just put a nice pink bow to make it all fresh and summery. And there we go. Look at that for a quick little card.
That is brilliant and a great way to wrap up a lovely show. Great collections, whether you're going for the frames, whether you're going for the Butterfly and Blooms collection, you're going to love working with these collections from Sharon Callis. Irina just saying thank you CTV and Ben and Debbie. Maureen Hagger on Facebook says brilliant show again, Ben and Debbie, thank you so much. And Corinne on Facebook saying absolutely love all of Sharon's sets. They make such beautiful cards. One final really quick question, which is literally just flashed up on my screen here from Claire Robinson, who says, Debbie, what size is the red liner tape that you're using?
3mm.
3mm. There you go.
3mm.
Thank you, Claire, for that question. Thank you, everyone, for all of your questions and comments. Massive thank you to Maxine as well in Leighton Buzzard, my neck of the woods, for all of her demos that she showed us, all of the cards, and just brilliant to have her with us on the show. Absolutely loved having Maxine on the show. If you want to join us on a future Craft House, don't forget you can email us and get in touch and let us know. I mentioned Craft Vault because that is coming up. Debbie, are you ready for another round?
Yay! I love Craft Vault. The last hour of the day is just amazing. And we've got so many good deals. Well, we've got a few left anyway. So join us and see what we've got left.
Absolutely. Thank you, Debbie. Debbie and I will be back in an hour's time, but things are selling out on Craft Vault. Things have sold out in between shows as well. We will recap on everything in an hour. If you want to shop in the meantime, head to our website. But we'll see you back here on Crafters TV for Craft Vault in an hour's time. Bye for now.